deal? It's your boy KM Lucci, and we back with another KM Lucci Reactions. Today, we got a crazy-ass, spooky-ass, thriller-ass movie, and it's called Lullaby. This shit came out in 2022. I never heard of it, never seen it, never even seen a fucking commercial for it, right? But we about to experience it for the first time together. Now, it's about a couple, young couple. They have their firstborn, you know, they got their first crib, you know, and they find a crazy, like a weird book, and it has like you know, the nursery rhymes in it and shit, like a nursery book, right? So the lady sings one of the nursery rhymes to the baby. Once she does this, they think it's all good until it's not. And we are all here for it, tapped in and tuned in. If you're new to the channel, please show your boy some love and just subscribe, bruh. Hit the notification bell you see every time I drop some new. Now let's get it.
The film begins by showing a small family consisting of a father named Johnny, his wife Rachel, and their 1-month-old baby Eli. They have just moved into a new apartment. Upon arriving at their new home, they immediately start arranging their belongings.
You need a cheat sheet, you
Cute, the little munchkin, I can't even tell you.
Suddenly, the doorbell rings. It turns out to be a delivery courier. The courier brings several boxes sent by Rachel's mother. Johnny quickly takes the packages and opens them together with Rachel. Inside, they find many baby items. Rachel realizes that these items once belonged to the late child of her sister, Vivian. At this time, Vivian is being treated in a mental institution due to the tragic death of her child and husband, the cause of which remains unknown. Among the pile of her nephew's belongings, Rachel discovers an old book. On one of the pages, there is a lullaby, but she cannot read it because the text is written in Hebrew. Fortunately, Johnny once studied Hebrew, so he reads the lyrics aloud. He explains that the song is a zemer, a type of lullaby. After that, Rachel and Johnny put the book back with the rest of the baby items.
We got this.
don't need a lullaby.
It's
Time
not really
passes.
too sketchy though. Look, we usually look. It's always a fucking box. It's always a unmarked package. It's always some just. It's always something an item that comes and nobody knows where the fuck it came from. Big facts. And that's the start of all these like trials and tribulations that go in these horror films, right? This one kind of similar, but we know who the package came from. You know what I'm saying? So that's a twister already. We know who the package came from. I think they mama. I think that they are. I'm calling it already. They probably cursed, bro, and it's coming from some shit from before they was even born. Her sister had the same incident or whatever. This box came from her sister's late baby, right? And her sister's in a mental hospital because the death of her baby and the dad, and there's no explanation on how. So what you think finna happen now?
6 months later, Rachel and Johnny are seen busy caring for Eli, who is now 7 months old. This is a difficult stage, as Eli is very fussy. Rachel can hardly sleep at night because Eli cries constantly. Even so, both she and Johnny remain patient in caring for their child. At this point, Rachel is supposed to attend an art exhibition organized by Johnny, but because Eli won't stop crying, she decides to stay home. Johnny reluctantly goes alone, while Rachel stays behind to look after Eli.
Okay.
Hi.
All right.
Look at the bird. Look at the bird.
From morning until night, Eli keeps crying and refuses to sleep. This leaves Rachel unable to complete any housework. While she is taking bedsheets from Eli's closet, she accidentally drops the lullaby book that once belonged to Vivian. She remembers that it contains a bedtime song. On the page with the lullaby, she notices that Johnny has written a translation, so all she has to do is sing it with the right melody. Out of curiosity and desperation, Rachel begins singing the lullaby, hoping that Eli will finally fall asleep. Magically, Eli finally stops crying and immediately falls into a deep sleep.
He gone.
You did it.
Thanks to the lullaby, Eli no longer...
That don't seem a little off to you? That nigga went right to sleep as soon as you done singing the lullaby. I'd have been like, I'm fucked up. I think I just fucked up.
cries, and Rachel is finally able to relax in peace. A while later, Johnny returns from his exhibition. Rachel tells Johnny that thanks to the lullaby from Vivian's book, Eli was able to sleep soundly and stop being fussy. With that, they finally have some free time to be intimate. That night, while Rachel and Johnny are asleep, Rachel is shocked to see a terrifying old woman standing next to Eli's crib.
No. Oh, shit.
She rushes into Eli's room but
Oh.
finds no one there.
It don't look like she rushing to me.
The next morning, Rachel and Johnny shower together. Just as they are about to
I don't know. To me, that's kind of awkward, but like my kids still sleep in the room with us. Like I don't know how I feel. Like they shouldn't have like I don't know kids, babies and shit. They shouldn't be sleeping on their own until they're like 2 years old. You know what I'm saying? That's how I feel. Or at least their crib or whatever shouldn't be in a separate room from the parents till they're like 2 years old, bro. It's just too much shit that could happen. I'm not ever going to sleep with a newborn baby or a baby 6 months old, 7 months old, yada yada. I'm not going to sleep comfortably in my own shit and then they got their own room. Bro, I'm waking up every 10, 15 minutes, running over there to check to see if they're fucking breathing still. Like, I couldn't imagine me letting fucking baby sleep in a room next door to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, just sleep in the room with me. You put your crib right here next to the bed, so that way I could just get up and look real quick. Okay, for sure. You know what I mean? Like that. I don't
be
feel that.
intimate,
I don't
Johnny
be
is
feeling that
startled
shit.
when he sees
And
the
that's not
figure of
first
the
time that I've seen
witch-like
some
old
shit like that
woman
where the
standing
kids, the
behind
babies
him.
have a whole separate
Without
room
realizing
where they
it,
go to sleep
Johnny
in, like,
pushes Rachel, which makes her
they
angry
don't
with
need
him.
that shit.
Upset, Rachel goes to a baby supply store to buy a new baby monitor camera.
Hey, nigga, you can have a 10-bedroom house.
There,
It just doesn't
strange
matter.
things begin to happen.
Like, it just doesn't.
Feeling frightened, Rachel decides to just go home. Back at home, Rachel once again experiences horrifying events where she is tormented by the presence of the witch-like old woman.
Oh, shit.
Unable to endure the disturbances any
seen a
longer,
move.
Rachel chooses to wait for Johnny in front of their apartment. After waiting a
Hang on,
while, Johnny finally arrives and asks why she is outside. Rachel tells Johnny that she has been haunted by a mysterious figure. Johnny then goes inside the apartment to search for the presence. As he looks around, Johnny is startled by the sound made by his pet parrot. Acting on impulse, Johnny strikes the bird, killing it instantly. He
Why
is
was it flying in the
devastated,
house?
as the parrot was a precious gift from his late mother. Rachel then begins to explain to Johnny
Damn.
that she has been repeatedly haunted by the witch-like old woman who appears everywhere she goes, from Eli's room to the mirrors in their home, and even at the baby supply store.
But why
It's
was
not
the
only
parrot
Rachel
out
who
of the cage
confesses.
flying and shit?
Johnny also
Nah.
admits to Rachel that he saw the same witch-like figure in the bathroom. Johnny then takes Vivian's lullaby book and shows it to Rachel, asking if the old woman in the book resembles the figure she has been seeing. Rachel is shocked because the
It does.
figure in the book looks exactly like the mysterious
Where's your
entity that has
baby?
been tormenting her. Johnny believes that the
While y'all talking, trying to figure out this context clues on what the fuck going on, where's your baby at? Like, my nigga, the awareness, you know what I'm saying? The awareness.
figure is a witch. He then comes up with the idea of getting rid of the book, hoping that the witch will stop haunting them. That night, Johnny and Rachel decide to sleep together with Eli in their room so they can keep him under their watch. As everyone
Exactly.
falls into a deep sleep, suddenly the sound of a baby crying can be heard from somewhere. Johnny wakes up and unconsciously follows the sound of the baby's cries. Still half asleep and not fully
goodness.
aware, Johnny forgets that Eli is actually sleeping with him and Rachel. In this half-conscious state, Johnny keeps walking until he reaches the trash area. It turns out the crying is coming from the lullaby book that Johnny had
Wow.
thrown away. When he picks up the book, the crying immediately stops.
No. Burn the book, nigga. You
The
need
next
to burn
day,
the book.
Johnny examines the book more closely and notices that it contains many drawings of children, along with an illustration of a witch and a beautiful woman. Meanwhile, in the
That
bedroom,
witch about
Rachel
to take
is
your
lying
kid,
down
kill
with
it,
Eli.
and then turn it to that beautiful
Eli
woman.
keeps crying, so Rachel
We know the witch story, right? With the kids and shit. What the witches be doing with these kids, they be killing them and bathing in their blood, eating the kid for stew and shit like that. The baby, excuse me, but they be bathing in their blood or drinking into all that shit, right?
Big facts.
And it's supposed to like help them go back to. It's supposed to give them youth. Supposed to make them help them live forever. You know what I'm saying? Crazy
tries
shit,
to
bro.
calm him.
Crazy
Without
shit.
realizing it, she
Crazy
begins to
shit.
sing a small part of the lullaby. From afar, Rachel hears the voice of another woman singing the same song. When she turns her gaze for just a moment, Eli suddenly vanishes mysteriously. Panicked, Rachel looks inside the blanket where she sees something horrifying. Terrified, Rachel jumps
Oh,
out from under
shit.
the blanket and finds Eli lying there only covered with the sheet. That day, Johnny decides to take Eli
No,
out for a
no.
walk so that Rachel can rest for a while. But instead of resting,
Not a
Rachel
good
goes
move.
to the mental hospital to visit her sister Vivian. Rachel wants to ask directly about Vivian's lullaby book.
So why don't they be like? That's another thing. Why did they separate? Nigga, I would
Vivian
be
then
wanting to
begins
stay
to
in
tell her
company
story.
if I'm
Her son,
hallucinating,
Zachary,
seeing witches
was
and
taken
shit. Like, bro,
by
I'm
the
trying to
woman
be
from
around
the
people.
book.
I'm not trying to be
That
by
woman's
myself.
name is Lilith. According to legend, Lilith was the first woman created by God to be Adam's partner before Eve was made. They often spent time together in the Garden of Eden, but because Lilith had a strong will and refused to obey Adam, they constantly quarreled until finally God cast Lilith out. Lilith then wandered the desert and, in her despair, lay with wolves. From this, she gave birth to children, but all of them were deformed. Heartbroken by her abnormal offspring, Lilith grew envious and resentful of Adam's children,
Fucking
who were
wolves.
born whole and healthy. Because of this, she began kidnapping Adam's descendants from generation to generation. The remaining children of Adam prayed desperately for God to destroy Lilith. Hearing their pleas, God sent Lilith to hell so she could no longer steal Adam's children. However, secretly, before being cast into hell, Lilith created a lullaby capable of summoning her back into the human world. Through this song, she could still abduct children even from the underworld. Whenever a mother sang the lullaby to her child,
That's all
Lilith
I
would
knew.
come and steal the child away to another realm. One day, Vivian found the lullaby book created by Lilith. Fascinated by antiques, Vivian purchased it and began singing from it to Zachary. As a result, Lilith abducted Zachary and replaced his body with a false corpse. Vivian is convinced that Zachary is still alive in Lilith's realm. Vivian and her husband once tried to rescue him, but because Lilith was so powerful, her husband was killed, leaving Vivian broken and confined to the mental hospital. Now, because Rachel
Makes
has
sense,
sung
though.
the
Makes
lullaby
sense.
to Eli, Lilith will soon come to take him to the other world. Vivian warns Rachel that she
You went to link up with your sister thinking you gonna find out some shit. Oh, you found some shit out, all right. Yo, you fucked up.
can help
Straight
her,
up, you
but
fucked
only
up.
if Rachel agrees to free her from the
It's
asylum.
all bad.
You have to get me the fuck out of here.
Elsewhere, Johnny, who had said earlier that he wanted to take Eli for a walk, actually
playing
goes
no
to a
games
church.
either.
There he meets a Jewish rabbi named Rabbi Simowitz. Johnny's purpose in coming is to ask if there is a way to banish demons. First, Johnny explains everything that has happened to him, from the disturbances caused by the mysterious woman to the witch. Simowitz quickly recognizes that the entity haunting Johnny and his family is Lilith. Previously, Vivian had also come to see Simowitz and told him about experiences similar to Johnny's. Even after hearing Johnny's story, Simowitz dismisses Lilith as nothing more than a myth. Feeling disappointed that Simowitz refuses to help, Johnny decides to return home.
Are legends, fables used for...
You told Vivian when she came to you looking for answers?
When he arrives, Johnny is shocked to find the bathroom faucet running. He quickly sets Eli down on the floor and goes to turn off the faucet.
What a
But
dumbass. I
inside,
was
he is
just thinking
again
in my head
tormented.
too, like, I hope this nigga don't do no, what's it called, like no dumb shit and put the baby down real quick to go do something. I was thinking in my head, I hope he don't do no corny shit like that and he's
By
showing
the
up
witch.
dead. Why would you go to the nigga? Obviously, that's not your girl.
While
Get the
Johnny is
fuck up outta here.
distracted, Eli is approached by a two-headed baby figure. The creature deliberately knocks over a flower vase, scattering shards of glass around Eli.
Oh, wow.
Curious,
Wow.
Eli picks up one of the shards, cutting his hand. Eli's cries of pain send Johnny into a panic as he searches for him. At that moment, Rachel arrives home with Vivian. Rachel asks
dumbass.
Johnny why he dared to leave Eli alone.
Yeah, what a
Johnny is
dumbass,
stunned
bro.
to see Vivian with Rachel, and it is clear that he resents her presence. Johnny insists Vivian is insane and demands to know why Rachel brought her to their home. Rachel
about to help
explains
y'all live.
that she brought Vivian because Vivian knows how to save Eli. Reluctantly, Johnny allows her to stay. The first thing Vivian asks Rachel to
You
do
knew
is
what's best
cover
for you,
all the
nigga. I
mirrors in
would
the
too.
house, explaining that mirrors serve as gateways for Lilith to enter the human world. Vivian also instructs both Rachel and Johnny to keep constant watch over Eli, warning that Lilith or her servants can appear at any time. Suddenly, Johnny receives a phone call from Rabbi Simowitz's colleague, Rabbi Cohen. Rabbi Cohen is a specialist who handles mystical cases such as possessions and exorcisms. Johnny is asked to come meet him immediately.
He's just not Catholic, so he's not an exorcist. You know what I'm saying? He's not an exorcism. He handles it, but they got a different title for that shit because he's.
Looking for this address?
Once there, Rabbi Cohen explains that there are 3 rituals Lilith must complete in order to abduct a child. The first ritual is singing the lullaby, which summons Lilith's servants, the witch, and the 2-headed infant-like demon known as a Lilim. The second ritual requires the sacrifice of animal blood. The third ritual is the sacrifice of the child's blood. Once all 3 are completed, the gate for Lilith to fully enter the human world will open. Cohen points out that rituals 1 and 2 have already been fulfilled. Rachel has sung the lullaby, and the death of Johnny's parrot counts as the animal blood sacrifice. Only the third ritual remains unfinished. Cohen then provides Johnny with a banishment incantation to repel Lilith and instructs him to light sacred candles. Before Johnny leaves, Cohen asks him to let the lullaby book remain in his custody so that he can guard it, preventing others from being tormented by Lilith in the future. Johnny then quickly hurries home.
Will Lilith be driven from your home? Take this.
At home, Rachel and Vivian continue watching over Eli. Exhausted, Rachel dozes off. At that moment, the Lilim begins approaching Eli.
Oh shit! Look, niggas. Look at the little badass niggas.
Luckily, Rachel wakes up and quickly picks him up as he starts crying again.
Good shit. He's crying.
Hearing Eli's
Look at the
cries,
closet door
Vivian
open. That's what
rushes
happened,
over to
bitch.
help calm him. Rachel then excuses herself to the bathroom, asking Vivian to watch Eli for a moment. While in the bathroom, Rachel suddenly hears Lilith's lullaby.
Is everything okay?
Uh-oh.
She follows the sound and is shocked to discover that Vivian is the one singing it. A startling truth is revealed. Vivian
she
intends
really
to
crazy.
reclaim Zachary from Lilith.
Fuck.
But in order to do so, Vivian must enter Lilith's realm. The
Damn.
only way to reach Lilith's world is by summoning her, because when Lilith is summoned, the gateway between worlds opens.
She was good. She was good till she, man, that crazy shit, man. She crazy for real. She really need meds, man.
In that moment,
Damn.
Vivian would be able to step through into Lilith's domain to search for Zachary. However, to open the gate, Eli must be sacrificed. Vivian promises Rachel that she will bring both Zachary and Eli back. It becomes clear that everything was part of Vivian's plan all along. She was the one who sent the cursed lullaby book to Rachel, knowing Rachel would eventually sing from it. She also anticipated that
I'm thinking it's they mama or something. Nah, it's really just the sister is crazy as fuck and can't let it go. You know what I'm saying? Man,
Rachel would
the
seek
ones
her
with
out of the
trauma
asylum,
cause the
which
most drama.
allowed Vivian to manipulate her into bringing her home. Now, inside Rachel's house, Vivian is ready to confront Lilith and
Look at
retrieve
these
Zachary. All of this she does solely to reclaim her son. For the final ritual, Vivian cuts Eli's hand so that drops of his blood fall to the floor. With this, the 3
letting her
rituals
do
are
it?
completed, and the way for Lilith to enter the human world is opened. Rachel, desperate to prevent this, attacks Vivian.
Back to your psych ward.
Where's your baby? Where the fuck
It
is
is
the baby?
already too late. Lilith has arrived in
Oh,
Rachel's
damn,
home and immediately
it's
takes
over,
Eli
bro.
into her realm. Vivian
It's
finally
over,
manages
bro.
to enter Lilith's realm through a mirror. Not wanting to be alone in the other world, Vivian drags Rachel with her so she can also search for Eli and Zachary. As
Bro,
soon as they
wait.
arrive, Rachel is attacked by the Lilim, but Vivian quickly saves her. Vivian explains that they are now inside Lilith's house. To find Eli, Rachel must call out to him. When she does, they hear Eli's cries and immediately follow
Beat
the
my
sound.
sister the fuck up,
Inside
nigga, in
Lilith's
that
house, they
realm.
discover
Beat
countless
her the
babies who have
fuck
been
up.
abducted.
Bro, there's no way you just took me here unwillingly, bitch. And you set this all up to how to beat the dog shit up out that bitch, bro. In that realm.
Big facts.
And then went through the mirror back to my baby. Like, nigga, you got me fucked up, bro. Where's the husband? Where's the nigga at? Why did they split up? Dumb as a fuck. All them
Focusing
babies down there and
carefully,
shit, man.
Rachel manages to distinguish Eli's voice. She rushes to him and tries to take him away, but Lilith appears and seizes Eli from her arms.
What the
Rachel
fuck?
attempts
She
to
don't really
fight
look that
back,
scary.
but Lilith is far too powerful. Vivian then intervenes, attacking Lilith and managing to rescue Eli. She hands Eli to Rachel, urging her to escape while she sacrifices herself to save them.
Damn. Yeah, I don't get it with the sister, bro. I don't get it with this bitch. Like, you crazy, you did some crazy shit, man. I guess you really ain't no way out but through. That's the craziest shit, right? Ain't no way out but through. Damn. She said, I need that get back. She wasn't letting that go.
Meanwhile, Johnny arrives back home and begins performing the banishment ritual with the sacred candle, reciting the incantation Cohen gave him. Lost in the labyrinth of Lilith's realm, Rachel hears Johnny's chanting and follows the sound. Eventually, she finds her way back toward their home.
Damn, it ain't over though. It ain't over. It ain't over.
But
That's
the
too easy.
danger is not over.
Yeah,
Lilith
that's too
pursues
easy.
Rachel and Eli. To drive her away, Rachel and Johnny chant the incantation together, finally managing to banish Lilith.
How the fuck does she know what the incantation is, nigga? How the fuck does she know? He knows. How does she know? Explain. Oh, hell no.
At first, they rejoice, believing Eli has been
It's
saved.
that shit right here. Oh, no. Hell no, boy. Y'all done up and done it. Oh, my
But
mama.
Rachel soon
I'd have been
realizes that the
tripping.
baby in her arms is
Tripping.
not Eli, but Vivian's
shit.
son, Zachary. This becomes clear when she notices a birthmark on the baby's neck, something Eli never had. It seems Vivian deliberately exchanged Eli for Zachary so that her son would be saved from Lilith's grasp. Eli remains trapped in Lilith's
Fuck your
world,
son.
leaving Rachel and Johnny heartbroken.
He said, fuck your son. You gotta go back. You gotta go back.
In the final scene, Johnny is seen secretly meeting with one of Cohen's associates. He has asked him to steal the cursed lullaby book from Cohen's possession. It is revealed that Johnny and Rachel are planning to return to Lilith's realm to rescue Eli. From here, two possibilities are suggested. Either Rachel will trade Zachary for Eli, or she will find another child to exchange in order to bring Eli back. One thing is certain, Rachel and Johnny will stop at nothing to save their son. And with that, the story comes to an end.
Yeah, bro, that was some trippy shit right there, man. To be honest with you, I don't know what the fuck I just watched. That was crazy, too intense for me, bro. Cause it ain't done. You know what I'm saying? And then like, you better not give your nephew up. You know what I'm saying? So you for your son to trade, like, it's just evil. That shit is all evil, bro. That shit was fucked up, bro. I'm gonna give that movie an 8 out of 10. It was good, but it was fucked up. Then a motherfucker. I don't know what the fuck I just watched, bro. And like what they expect. I'm like in my head, I'm like trying to make a conclusion to this shit, and I'm like, what do you expect? Bitch, you're gonna die, nigga. Like, you about to die like your sister died. You know what I'm saying? Like it seems like if you're gonna make the will to go into that realm, bro, it seems like you finna sacrifice something for what you want to come back home. You know what I'm saying? Meaning a life for a life. Damn. You know what I'm saying? Just damn. It's fucked up. But yeah, y'all let me know what y'all think about this movie in the comments, bro. This was one of them ones. For shit show, this was one of them ones. Thank y'all for fucking with me, man. Staying tapped in and tuned in to your boy KM Lucci on the KM Lucci Reaction. If you're new to the channel, go ahead, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and you'll see every time I drop some new